old song came on the radio, the one we swayed to soft and slow. I stood there frozen in the hall, my hand against the kitchen wall. We didn't know it was our last dance. We thought we had 1,000 more chances. Two people moving without a care, neither one of us knowing what wasn't there. And the melody came flooding back, every note filling every crack. And the walls I built to keep you out, every undoing, every doubt. I can still feel your hand in mine, the way we moved outside of time. I didn't know there was goodbye, dressed up in one more ordinary night. We swayed like we had always done, like dancing was as easy as the sun, like nothing in the world could pull us through to a life that didn't have the two of us in it. I changed the station, poured some wine, pretended I was doing fine. But the melody came back again, playing somewhere deep within, where all the things I haven't said still live behind my chest instead of on my lips, where they belong, where they might have kept us going strong. So I stood there in the kitchen light, holding wine and holding back the night, trying not to let the music win, trying not to let you back in. I can still feel your hand in mine, the way we moved outside of time. I didn't know there was goodbye, dressed up in one more ordinary night. We swayed like we had always done, like dancing was as easy as the sun, like nothing in the world could pull us through to a life that didn't have the two of us in it. Maybe love leaves slowly, like a song that fades too low. You don't hear the ending, you just feel the echo go. And I keep dancing in the kitchen when no one else is home, just to feel the shape of something that once kept me from being alone. Moving to the ghost of your rhythm, hands that hold the empty air, pretending that the music brings you back, pretending that you're still there. They played it at a wedding last spring, I sat very still through everything, smiled at the couple on the floor, pretending I didn't need you anymore. But my hands were shaking in my lap, trying to hold the memory back of you and me before we fell apart, before that song became the sound of a broken heart. Someday I'll hear it without crying, someday it'll just be melody. But tonight it's still the last song we dance to, and tonight it still belongs to you and me. The apartment feels like open sea, too much space for only me. I rearrange the furniture, trying to make the silence blur. Move the couch against a different wall, took your coat hook from the hall, change the curtains, change the light, change nothing about the night, because the dark still finds me wide awake, listening for sounds you used to make. The key inside the lock at 10, the way you'd breathe and breathe again. I'm learning how to breathe alone, how to make this place my home, without your voice filling the air, without you knowing that I'm there. Learning how to cook for one, how to watch the setting sun, without turning to say, look at that, without the life that we had. I cook for two out of habit still, and catch myself against my will, setting out your favorite cup, slowly learning to give that up. I made your pasta on a Thursday, standing quiet in the doorway, watching steam rise from the pot, remembering everything I've got to live without now, every day, in every small and ordinary way. And the grocery still trip me up, your cereal beside my cup, your brand of soap beside the sink, these quiet things that make me think of how life gets woven tight through all its ordinary nights. I'm learning how to breathe alone, how to make this place my home, without your voice filling the air, without you knowing that I'm there. Learning how to cook for one, how to watch the setting sun, without turning to say, look at that, without the life that we had. You say that time will soften this, the hollow ache, the things I miss, but time just stretches every night, and you feel further in the light. I'm learning all the verbs again, to sleep, to eat, to now and then. Allow myself a quiet cry, without needing to know why. I'm learning that alone is not the same as lonely, but it's not the same as whole, not yet, not quite. Not on these long and learning nights. Some mornings I forget for just a second, before the day has fully beckoned me back into what is real, back into what I have to feel. And in that halfway between, I reach and find the space between your absence and my waking state. And for a second I am great, for a second I am free, for a second it is only me. And then the morning comes in full, and the quiet does its pull. But I am learning, I am trying, I am breathing, barely flying. One morning at a time I'll find a life that I can call entirely mine. First snow fell without a sound, just like the day you weren't around. I watched it settle on the street, on every roof and every seat, on the bench where we would sit at dusk, wrapped in wool and evening musk, watching watching winter claim the trees. Neither one of us would freeze, because you were there and warmth was easy when the whole world felt soft and breezy. Now the bench sits empty in the white, and I walk past it every night, looking straight ahead, not down, pretending I don't feel you in the town. Winter never felt this cold before I had your hand to hold. Now the season has no warmth for me, just white and quiet, endlessly. Every snowflake feels like distance, every frosty kind of silence, every gray December sky reminds me of the way we said goodbye. I wore your scarf without thinking, and stood there at the door just blinking, breathing in what still remains before the wind takes that away. Your scent is fading from the wall, the way a tide retreats from shore, and I hold it longer than I should, trying to keep you like I could. The radiator clicks at night, the candle throws its yellow light. I sit inside the warmth I've made and try to stop the slow cascade of winter thoughts, of winter you, of everything we used to do. Winter never felt this cold before I had your hand to hold. Now the season has no warmth for me, just white and quiet, endlessly. Every snowflake feels like distance, every frost a kind of silence, every gray December sky reminds me of the way we said goodbye. I'm not ready for the thaw, not ready to let go of all the small and tender frozen things that loving you in winter brings. Because if winter melts away, then spring will come, and I will say that I survived the season without you, that I made it all the way through. And then there's no excuse to hold on to the beautiful and cold, onto the version of my grief that still believes in some relief, that maybe you'll come back before the snow, before the world decides to let us go. The Christmas lights went up on Main. I stood beneath them in the rain that turned to snow halfway down, soft and silver on the crown of every lamppost, every wire, every house with its warm fire. And I thought of you in every light, in every golden window bright, with someone in it warm and near, the way that we were time last year. So I walk through winter, learning how to find the warmth inside me now, to be my own fire in the cold, to carry on, to brave, to hold. have your voice saved on my phone from a Tuesday when you called me home. You said you'd see me soon, you said you'd pick up dinner, go to bed early because you had a long week. Your voice was warm, a little weak from laughing at something on the train. I've listened back 100 times again. There's traffic noise behind your words, a bus car playing, distant birds, the sound of your ordinary life before it stopped, including mine. I know I should let your words go free, stop holding on to what can't be, but your voice is all I have tonight. One small piece of you I'm holding tight, 1 minute and 11 seconds long, the shortest version of our song. Just you and noise and evening air and the sound of you not knowing what was there. I've memorized the way you laugh, the pause before you say my name. I know it's only making things harder, but erasing it would hurt just the same. I've played it on the kitchen floor, I've played it leaning on the door, I've played it in the dark at 3, when the silence gets too big for me. And sometimes I forget and press reply and sit there watching the screen and wonder why I keep doing this to my own heart, pressing play right from the very start. I know I should let your words go free, stop holding on to what can't be, but your voice is all I have tonight. One small piece of you I'm holding tight, 1 minute and 11 seconds long, the shortest version of our song. Just you and noise and evening air and the sound of you not knowing what was there. So I keep the voicemail like a prayer, a reminder that you once were there, that once somebody loved me so, even if they had to go. And I know the healthy thing to do is find a way to get past you, delete the file, delete the sound, find my footing on my ground. But every time my thumb gets close, I hear your voice and I'm engrossed in all the ordinary beauty of a love that still feels like my duty to remember, to protect, to keep, even now, even in my sleep. My friends say I should get a new phone, start fresh, start clean, start alone, but the cloud would keep it somewhere still, a ghost in the machine against my will. And maybe that's okay, maybe it's okay to hold the baby steps of grief a little longer. Maybe soft is sometimes stronger. So tonight I press play one more time, let your voice move through me like a rhyme. 1 minute, 11 seconds of you, that's all I ask, that's all I'll do. soft places, the hidden ones behind my eyes, the parts I kept in quiet spaces. You read them like they were no surprise. I never had to translate the silences between my words. You knew which ones meant heartache and which ones were too full to be heard. And I let you in completely, which is a dangerous, beautiful thing, to open up so freely, knowing what the ending brings. Now no one knows my soft places. I've pulled them back inside, wearing all my careful faces, using distance as my guide. I smile at the right moments, I answer when they ask if I'm okay. But the soft places are hidden in a language I no longer give away. Love makes you brave and then it leaves, and you're exposed in the autumn breeze, raw and tender, open wide, wishing you still stood beside the version of me that you built with patience and with warmth and without guilt. The one who laughed without condition, the one who loved without permission. Now I'm careful with my laughter, now I measure what I share. Now I think about the after before I let somebody there. Now no one knows my soft places. I've pulled them back inside, wearing all my careful faces, using distance as my guide. I smile at the right moments, I answer when they ask if I'm okay. But the soft places are hidden in a language I no longer give away. I used to love the way you'd see right through every part of me. Now I'm learning to be whole without someone else holding my soul. But wholeness built on walls and distance isn't really wholeness, is it? It's survival dressed in armor, it's a wound pretending it's a callus. And I know that one day someone will reach through all my careful quiet and find the soft places waiting, patient and intact and silent. So I keep them warm in there, my softness and my tender care, my willingness to cry at songs, the part of me that still belongs to love, to risk, to reaching out. Despite the fear, despite the doubt, I keep it safe for someone worthy, someone gentle, someone sturdy. And maybe you were just the lesson, the one who taught me what love costs, who showed me all my soft places before I learned to love them, not to hide. Today I made it until noon, before I thought about the room we shared on rainy afternoons, reading under paper moons. I made my coffee, read the news, chose my words and chose my shoes, without your face appearing once, until the church bell rang at lunch. And I counted it a victory, a few hours of just being me, without the weight of missing you pressing down on everything I do. I'm almost over you today. Almost means you're almost gone. Almost means I'm almost okay. Almost means I'm moving on. It's such a small and tender word, the softest thing I've ever heard. It lives right at the edge of free, right at the edge of just being me. Tomorrow I might make it past the coffee shop we love to last, all Sunday morning, cup by cup, watching the neighborhood wake up. The bench, the bakery light, where we would sit and lose the night in conversation, in each other, in the ease of being known. I take a different route now, longer. Some days longer makes me stronger. Some days longer just delays the small reminders of our days. I'm almost over you today. Almost means you're almost gone. Almost means I'm almost okay. Almost means I'm moving on. It's such a small and tender word, the softest thing I've ever heard. It lives right at the edge of free, right at the edge of just being me. Almost is the cruelest word, the closest thing to healing hurt. It means you're still inside the ache, but walking toward a morning break. It means the wound is learning quiet, not gone, but no longer a riot of sharp and sudden piercing pain, more like the soft ache before the rain. And I'll take almost, I'll take close, I'll take the ghost instead of the ghost's ghost. I'll take each day I make it further through the grief that comes in order. My mother says she's proud of me for getting up so consistently, for showing up to my own life, for putting down the grief like a knife. I don't tell her about the nights, the 3 a.m. returning lights, the way I still check my phone for you, the habits that I can't undo. But almost is enough for now. Almost is how I'm getting through somehow. And one day almost will become the quiet, whole, and gentle done. book with folded pages marked where you stop reading in the dark. A playlist that still plays your taste, a dent in time I can't erase. The indent on the second shelf where you kept pieces of yourself. A small ceramic bowl of stone, 3 things you left and I alone. If kept exactly where they were, afraid to move them as they were, because moving them feels like a door that closes on what we were before. And I'm not ready for that close, not ready to give up the most familiar version of my space that still has traces of your face. These are the things you left behind, little pieces of your mind scattered softly through my days. I keep finding you in the smallest ways, in the margin notes, the photo pages, in the music from different stages of a life we shared. And now I keep, like pressed flowers, like talk before sleep, a habit that you gave to me, of watching sunsets quietly, of noticing the color of the sky. You gave me eyes I can't get back inside. I see the gold, the way you talk, the purple hour, the blue you caught in photographs on afternoon walks, in all our slow meandering talks. And so you live inside my seeing, inside the daily act of being present to the world around me. You changed the way the light has found me. These are the things you left behind, little pieces of your mind scattered softly through my days. I keep finding you in the smallest ways, in the margin notes, the folded pages, in the music from different stages of a life we shared. And now I keep, like pressed flowers, like talk before sleep. Maybe that's how people stay, in the small things left behind each day, in the way they changed your seeing, in the new habits of your being. And maybe that's enough somehow to keep you close even now, when your hands are somewhere else, when your life belongs to someone else. I carry what you gave to me, a gentler way of being free, a softer way of watching light, a deeper way of holding night. I haven't touched the folded page, the one you marked but never reached. I keep it there like a promise made, like something only you could teach me how to finish, how to find the ending that you left behind. But maybe endings aren't the point, maybe it's the folded joint, the pause, the mark, the where you stopped, the moment just before it dropped. So I leave the book exactly there, open to the page, your invisible care, a quiet monument to what we were, and everything you left in me and her. Mm-hmm. You didn't leave in fire and rain, no slamming doors, no bitter blame. You simply drifted like the tide, so quietly I almost didn't cry. There was no moment, no last stand, no ultimatum, no last hand played across a table full of feeling. Just a slow and graceful, slow revealing that what we were was what we'd been, and what we'd been had come and gone unseen. And gentle endings have no walls, no wound to name when darkness falls, no villain and no broken scene. Just the soft dissolve of what we'd been. Gently gone is the hardest kind, no sharp edge left to define. Just the slow dissolve of us into the ordinary dust. No explosion, no goodbye, no reason clear enough to cry. Just the absence, soft and wide, of everything I held inside. And gentle endings have no walls, no wound to name when darkness falls. Just this soft and endless ache of love that faded by mistake. Not by cruelty, not by choice, but by the slow quieting of voice, of interest, of electricity, of whatever made you choose to see me. And I look for something sharp to hold, a reason or a story to be told at dinner tables when they ask what happened, why, behind what mask. Gently gone is the hardest kind, no sharp edge left to define. Just the slow dissolve of us into the ordinary dust. No explosion, no goodbye, no reason clear enough to cry. Just the absence, soft and wide, of everything I held inside. I almost wish it made me angry, giving me something sharp to hold. Instead you left me soft and empty, carrying a quiet I was never told how to name, how to explain, how to wear in the pouring rain. When someone asked if I am okay, and all I have is a gentle yesterday. A love that went without a sound, a heart still spinning, still unwound, still waiting for the crash that never came, still learning how to grieve without a name. So I grieve the way you left, in gentleness, in quiet depth, not screaming at the walls at night, but sitting with the fading light, letting it be soft, letting it be slow, the way that you let our love go, with no malice and no grand design. Just two people at the end of their line. Gently gone, still gently here, in every song, in every year, in the way I love now, slow and careful, in the way I hold now, soft and prayerful. You didn't break me when you left, you just made me quieter and bereft of the loud and easy faith in love that I carried before you showed me how gently it can go. Empty side of the bed, the coffee cup still has your shape, a ghost of warmth I can't erase. Your sweater's hanging by the door, like you might walk back in once more. I haven't moved it, can't explain why holding on feels less like pain than letting go of what remains of all the love we couldn't save. The mornings used to feel like home, now every sunrise finds me alone, reaching for a hand that isn't there, breathing in the ghost of your hair. I'm sleeping on my side of the bed, afraid to cross to where you said goodnight 1,000 times before. Now silence fills that space and more. I trace the outline of your pillow, soft as secrets, soft as sorrow. How does a heart learn to forget the warmth of someone it's not over yet? The rain is drawing lines on glass, like all the nights I let things pass without a word, without a sign. I was losing you the whole time. I replay every quiet dinner, every moment growing thinner, every laugh that almost hid the truth, that we were slowly coming loose. I keep your mug on the left side still, like routine can substitute for will. Like if I keep the small things in their place, maybe time won't fully erase your face. I'm sleeping on my side of the bed, afraid to cross to where you said goodnight 1,000 times before. Now silence fills that space and more. I trace the outline of your pillow, soft as secrets, soft as sorrow. How does a heart learn to forget the warmth of someone it's not over yet? And I keep the window cracked at night, in case you carry yourself back with the light. But morning comes and nothing's changed, just me and all these memories arranged like furniture I can't move yet, like photographs I can't put away, like a love I haven't finished grieving at the end of every ordinary day. I talk to you in the quiet hours, when the world is dark and still. I tell you all the things I'm feeling, things I probably always will. The sheets still smell like you. I know I should have washed them long ago, but something keeps me holding on to the last soft proof that you were gone. Not gone from memory, gone from here, gone from Sunday mornings, gone from near, gone from every small familiar thing that made our life worth remembering. So I stay on my side of the bed, living gently with the things you said, hoping one day you'll find the grace to finally sleep across your space. I turned your pictures to the wall, but I can feel them down the hall. Every frame a different year, every smile a different fear. The one from that summer by the lake, the one I almost didn't take, where you were laughing, eyes half closed, and I was falling, and it shows. I keep them turned, but I can't throw them out. Can't face the silence, but I can't face your mouth curving into something I still love, and every photo lit from above. We were beautiful in photographs, two people caught mid-laugh. Now the color slowly fades, like summer turning into shade. We look so easy, look so right, frozen inside, soft delight. But photographs don't show the truth of everything we slowly lost between us two. I found your handwriting last night on a note I kept tucked out of sight. 3 small words in fading ink, more than I can bear to think. You wrote it on a Tuesday morning, before either of us saw the warning signs that we were coming undone, slowly fading like an autumn sun. I held the paper to the lamp, the ink still warm somehow, still damp with everything we meant to be. Before love ran out of room for me, we were beautiful in photographs, two people caught mid-laugh. Now the color slowly fades, like summer turning into shade. We look so easy, look so right, frozen inside, soft delight. But photographs don't show the truth of everything we slowly lost between us two. Some loves don't end with a fight, some just drift into the quiet night. And you were gone before I knew. I was already missing you, already keeping your image close, already haunted by the ghost of who we were in better light, when everything between us felt right. I keep the pictures turned around, so I don't have to hear the sound of my own heart breaking in the silence. Every time I see us and remember what we had. The albums sit inside the drawer. I tell myself I'll look no more, but late at night when sleep won't come, I pull one out and come undone. Over every ordinary Sunday, every road trip, every birthday, every moment soft with who we were before the ending, before the blur. Maybe I'll turn the pictures back someday, when loving you from a distance feels okay, when I can look without the